Hello class, and welcome to Effective Instruction. My name is Dr. Lyndon Ratliff, and I'm a professor at Mississippi State University's Meridian campus. We are utilizing a software package called Esvideo. In the past, this is what you're seeing now. You should be able to see my screen. In the past, you have used a software called MyCourses, which specifically used a program called Wimba. Let me show you an example of that. As you are aware from your previous how you got into this system, when you log into MyCourses, you'll see, let me log in as when you log into MyCourses, this is the old MyCourses website. It does seem like it's old, even though it's pretty much they just switched over last month. One of the biggest weaknesses of MyCourses was the fact that you always got all these error messages whenever you were using it. This would be an example right here. The reason so many error messages pop up is because MyCourses uses a very heavy reliance on Java, and Java really does eat up your system and causes a lot of issues. But for example, if a student, now this is the old way, this is the old MyCourses. So I just wanted to walk you through and why you're seeing a little bit of a change in the way these programs work. In the old MyCourses, if a student wanted to watch a lecture, they would enter what's called the virtual classroom. This virtual classroom, even though this entire server here is MyCourses, also known as Blackboard, this classroom was run by a program called Wimba. We will not go into this, but Wimba is, if we tried to go in here, there's a wizard that they would want us to run and everything else. So let's go ahead and get out of the old system and see this cleaner version. Now the cleaner version of MyCourses seems a little bit, it's more in your face, it seems, and it takes a little bit of getting used to. However, I will just go ahead and just state this. They got rid of Wimba, obviously, and they've created this thing called Blackboard Collaborate. I've tried that, not really happy with it. So what I'm doing with this course is, instead of using different little bitty Java intensive programs, I've decided just to go ahead and use a basic video editing software that 99% of the world is using, and they're downloading and putting them on YouTube videos. This is a very simple program that I'm using right now, EasyVideo. It's also a little bit faster. You don't have to worry about the Java errors. So that's why you're seeing everything in a little bit of a different light. Hopefully you'll like it this way. I do have some old videos that I used in MyCourses, and they're saved as MP4s, and I will show those to you, and you can kind of get an idea of how Wimba operated. It's always a little bit slower, so hopefully this will be a cleaner version. So I've kind of given you a little intro to how MyCourses is and how you're going to be seeing these videos. So let's just talk about the class in general. This class is called Effective Instruction, and I'd like to welcome you to it. Who am I? Well, once again, my name is Lyndon Ratliff, and I'll show you a picture of me. Well, let me just go to everything goes to MSU Meridian, and if you click on faculty and staff of the Mississippi State Meridian website, you click on meet our faculty, you will see that I am right here. This is me in a suit and tie. It says assistant professor, and this is my email address. If you ever need to send me an email, this is the email address that really works for me. It'll go straight to my phone, real simple. So this is me nice and dressed up. Of course, this is a webcam of me at my house video recording this lecture at around midnight. And my kid is asleep behind that wall, and I have my little headset on, and I've been drinking coffee, and I've been doing my lectures. So most of my lectures are done at my house because it's just easier for me. And also, it's one of the advantages of having high-speed internet at your house. You can kind of do all these recordings and kind of take it easy. So you get to see me, so here I am. So let's get rid of that weird picture of me. But I'll do more of these. I'll do more of these lectures like this. One thing we definitely want to look at is this is the Mississippi State website. Now, if you're ever at the Mississippi State University Meridian website, you can always go to the Mississippi website by clicking on Starable. So here it is. Many times a student wants to see a syllabus for the class. And I always get people who will email me and they'll say, do you have a copy of the syllabus? So many of y'all don't know this, but every one of the secondary education syllabus are on the website of Mississippi State University, and they're there for you to look at. So what you do is you click on Academics, College and Academic Departments. And we want to just look at the colleges. So we're going to look at College of Education, which is right here. This is the Mississippi State University College of Education website. Underneath Academics, you'll notice that it has syllabi. If you click on the syllabi, these are all the syllabi in this College of Education at Mississippi State University. You can drop down your menu and you can pick EDS, which represents secondary education. And we're looking for 8623, which is right here. If you click on 8623, you will see that this is the syllabus for Principles of Effective Instruction in Secondary Schools, which is our class. You'll also notice that this syllabus was last updated in spring of 2011. This does not mean that it's an old syllabus. It just means that all the faculty members got together and determined that these were the objectives that they wanted to cover in spring of 2011. There is a process of updating them, but sometimes a good syllabus is also an older syllabus. For our purposes, we are going to use the objectives of this syllabus. So you definitely would like to read those. Also, we're going to use the topics to be covered. Now this is where I can get into a little bit of a professor's discretion. And the discretion I'm going to use is we are not going to have a textbook for this class. I'm going to use readings and bring those, and they'll be free, so you do not have to buy a textbook. So no textbook for this class. These are some suggested student activities. I will send you an email next week of all the activities we will be doing. So don't worry about those activities. The honor code we will always keep. Technology is pretty obvious. Student with disabilities, in accordance with Section 504 of the 1973 Rehabilitation Act and the Americans with Disabilities Act, Mississippi State University reasonably accommodates students who demonstrate through appropriate documentation a qualified disability. The Department of Student Support Services is the designated unit on campus that assists students requesting academic accommodations based on disability. For additional information, please contact SSS at 662-325-3335. I always accommodate disabilities. Evaluation of student progress, grade evaluation. I'm going to give you a grade sheet next week. I don't want to throw too much at you right now, so don't worry about that. The grading scale will be this grading scale, which is a 7-point grading scale used by Mississippi State University. And of course, it has a long list of references. If you wish, you may go read all those. I doubt you will. I have never. So these are just references that people have put on there. So now you know where to find the Mississippi State University syllabus for all of your classes, and specifically for EDS 8623. Your homework assignment before the next time I meet with you will be to read the objectives and topics to be covered. So once again, you go to the College of Education website under Academics, Syllabi, and there it is. Now, let's talk about, so we now know where we can find our syllabus and get a good idea of where this class is going. So now let's go ahead and just talk about what the structure of this class is going to be. We are very fortunate to have a small number in this class, a number of roughly around 6. So that's very good. The way I like to set up this class is it's called a hybrid. So what that means is we are going to be predominantly online using videos such as the ones I have right here. So these videos will be used, and these are videos where I can screen capture and show you articles and walk you through these. However, I'd also like to talk to you one-on-one, which makes it a hybrid class. I know sometimes many of y'all have taken online classes where the professor threw a bunch of stuff at you, you completed the work, and then you were kind of like, I didn't really learn too much, or that was a lot of work and I just didn't have fun with that. So I like to do a hybrid procedure, which is in which sometimes we would just set up a time and we can talk on the phone, or we can set up a time and you can email me, or we can Skype, and it'll be set up ahead of time, and I'll just see what you're learning in the class, and everything goes. We may in fact take the final exam online, but the purpose is I understand that many of y'all have children and you have vacations scheduled and you have trips, and it's hard to get to campus. However, I do not want to just completely disconnect the campus from us, so therefore we can meet halfway, we can meet on the online world, and we can just set up teleconferences, so it's not a big deal. Most of my online courses have been very successful. I've been very happy with them. I say most because as they started when the first online courses I did over 7 years ago, I relied heavily on what y'all saw with my courses. We did no video. But recently I've really grabbed onto the video, and I like the idea of being able to show you my screen. I have been discouraged by Wimba, which for some reason this video right here that I'm showing you would not show on Wimba. Anytime I was clicking, like right now whenever I'm clicking on About MSU, those would be very slow. So I've now really just adopted the YouTube philosophy of creating these videos, and it's becoming very successful. So let's do this. Let's take this as our next step. I would like for you, for your homework assignment, to do the following. Just go ahead and look at the syllabus for this course. Look at the objectives, and email me at my lratliff@meridian.mstate.edu and tell me that you listened to the lecture and that you were interested in which objective. Which objective did you read that really you thought, I want to learn that? Also, to make sure that you're watching the video and you're able to see the video, in your email, tell me how many fingers I'm holding up. Your final homework assignment will be to become familiar with my courses. So log into my courses on the Mississippi State Meridian website and just click around there and see what you can get familiar with. Now, I have a confession to make, obviously. This is the first time I have used the new My Courses format, which is what everyone's doing because this just became active. So, look around, see what you're thinking, think about it. My first impression is this is very small. I may want to increase the font on that. I'm still playing around with some stuff, but I'm also having some issues with the course content, which I'll learn that as we go. But I'm definitely going to start just shoving a lot of this stuff in my announcements tabs. So, once again, if you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. I usually end my first lecture with just a kind of a summary of who I am. My name is Lyndon Ratliff. I've said that several times. I am an assistant professor at Mississippi State Meridian campus. Assistant professor means that I do not have tenure yet. It takes 6 years to get tenure, and I am starting my 5th year. I'm the only secondary education faculty member at Mississippi State. Sometimes you'll be taught by instructors or people without PhDs, which is sometimes very normal. However, I do have a PhD, and I got my PhD from Ole Miss, and I am a full-time employee at Mississippi State Meridian. So I'm just not someone that they've said, hey, we've got to get this class filled. I like this class. I have taught this class many times, and I really enjoy teaching this class. I know we have a mixed bag. We have some students who are in the alternate route program, and we have some students who are in the traditional master's and specialist programs taking this class. Hopefully I can teach everyone something, and you can come away from this class enjoying it. So the question many people always ask is this class going to be hard? No. I will just say it very honestly. This will not be a mind-numbing experience where you're banging your head against the wall saying, I can't figure it out. This will hopefully be an enjoyable journey through an education system that we can teach you something. So you may listen to 5 lectures and learn just a little bit extra from each one of those lectures, or you may learn a lot from one lecture. 4 lectures might be Common Core, I got Common Core. 1 lecture may be Depth and Bloom of Knowledge, I got that. And then 1 lecture may be about just the whole issue of how you can use technology in the classroom, and you're like, well, that's amazing, I didn't know that. So that's the whole point, is hopefully I can teach you something throughout the process and educate you. So this class will not be difficult. I know that many people get nervous about that. So you might ask yourself, how can I make an A in this class? How can I excel in this class? Real simple. An A student is going to check my courses once a day, especially in the summer. In the fall and in the spring, you may check my courses once a week or twice a week. Here, you definitely need to check it every day. There may not be anything new. Right now, we're looking at Friday. This is Friday right now. So I'm going to go do some stuff this weekend. I'm video recording lectures. So definitely I would check this thing Monday. I would absolutely check this thing Tuesday, because we're going to have assignments start popping up, and we've got to go fast because this is summer school. But it's going to be a fun journey. If you get lost, call me. Just send me an email. Real simple. If you send me an email to my L. Ratliff, it goes straight to my little phone here, and I can check it as fast as I can. During summer school, during the fall and the spring, if you send me an email, you are my #1 priority. My students come first. If someone is emailing me about advising for next fall, I'll usually check I'll answer that email after I answer you. My students come first on email. So please just send me an email if you have any questions, and I'll answer it as fast as I can. However, please send a question. If you're just making a comment, I will read it, but I don't reply. So if you send me a question, I will answer your question. So make sure you have a question in an email. Of course, if you have any questions, on a personal note, I have 2 kids, 1 boy and 1 girl, and I will be babysitting my boy all summer during the weekdays. While during the weekends, I think his grandmother might be taking care of him. My wife is working during the summer, so you're going to see a lot of videos that'll be from this room, because my kid will be running around the house and I'll be babysitting and doing whatever I have to do. But this is going to be a wonderful summer, and I'm really enjoying this new web capturing software, and I'm going to be making a lot of videos. And I like to make these videos because the more videos I make, the more database I can create, because I've already got 40 videos from the other semester. So the more videos I make, I can start pulling those videos every year. So for example, in the fall, if I teach this class again, I can pick the 5 or 6 best lectures I have and then use those and then add some more lectures, and you can create a database slowly and surely. So you may see some old lectures from my previous semester. You may see some new lectures. So I hope you enjoy this class, and if you get nervous about it, just send me an email and we'll be good to go. If you have any questions, feel free to send me an email. My name is Lyndon Ratliff, and I am going to now upload this to YouTube, make it an MP4, switch it over, go ahead and do another YouTube video. Real simple and easy to do. Kind of having fun with this. Y'all have a good day. If you need anything, just send me an email. Bye-bye.